Welcome to the channel and this No Man's Sky video, and the reason I'm making this video is to explain the current situation with respect to my Permadeath series and give a reason for why I haven't been recording anything in this series for, well, I think it's about 10 days. And I have to admit that it's been a very frustrating period because I think it was on the 12th or 13th of June the crossplay update was released, and it literally took out my primary gaming machine. As soon as I loaded the game after that update, I couldn't even load the game to start with. And then then what started to happen is, after, like anything, if I was walking across the planet like this, I would get crashes, and I was also getting really big stutters in the game, both video and audio, and effectively the game was unplayable. And so what I actually did is I started out going through all the fixes, and I think Hello Games dropped a couple of patches which vastly improved the situation. Then after about 4 or 5 days of frustration, is probably the polite way of saying it, I think I was getting, at one point I was getting close to abandoning the whole series and No Man's Sky completely. I got to the point where I could play the game with the occasional audio stutter, so I'd be going along like this and suddenly the audio would disappear, but I could still keep moving. And I thought, well, it's not brilliant, but I could record something. So then I fired up the OBS to do some recording. That's when I found out that I couldn't do an in-game commentary because for some reason my microphone would disappear. It would, I mean, there was no other problem with any other game. It was just purely No Man's Sky. So I could play the game, I could record it, but I couldn't put an in-game commentary like I'm doing now, which made it possible for me to record the game. And to be honest, I'm not very good at adding post-production commentary, so what I started to do then was investigating the recording software, and again that proved very frustrating. But there was one positive element that came out of that, is the fact, and this could be useful for any of you who do use OBS for recording, that is that in March 2020, and I must admit I missed it completely, OBS added support for Vulkan, which means that now you can do a direct game capture rather than having to capture the display output, which means that what you actually do get is improved performance and a lot more stable recording. So that was the positive side of it. The negative side is I just couldn't get the recording software to work. There's definitely an audio related problem with respect to my primary PC. So my next solution was to start working through the various PCs that I own. Some of them I haven't used for over a year. In fact, one of them had Windows 7 on, and they all had similar problems. and I couldn't understand. Well, a couple of them I couldn't even start. It was nothing to do with No Man's Sky. I mean, I couldn't get them up there, especially the Windows 7 machine. It needs a complete BIOS reset, and I didn't really want to do anything about that. Anyway, that's not part of the reason why I'm actually making this video. Oh, there's some weed there, so we'll just kind of go there. Eventually, in desperation, what I actually did was I talked my wife into letting me try out No Man's Sky on her machine, and strangely enough, her machine works, and that's the machine I'm currently recording on. And I've went through, compared the specs. The difference is that her machine's slightly older than me, and she's got a Intel i5 processor, and more importantly, she has a separate graphics card, where my machine uses the Realtek the high definition audio which comes on the motherboard. For some reason, using the dedicated audio card means that everything works okay. I've been able to plug in the headset, which means I am recording on a headset, so apologies if the audio quality isn't as good as it used to be. And there's no problems. No Man's Sky runs perfectly. There's no audio stutter, and OBS works perfectly. I'm recording this with the game capture, and more importantly, there is that the audio stutter is okay. So that is the current situation. I am now back able to record No Man's Sky for the channel, The downside is that I've now got to record this very early in the morning when my wife's not using the machine, because quite understandably she doesn't want to give up any of her time using the machine, which she uses from the moment she gets up to the moment she goes to bed. It's always on, it's always doing something for her. So going forward, the No Man's Sky series may be a little bit erratic. I will try and get 3 parts a week, but there may be some weeks where there might be 2 parts, but then there may be other weeks when I will do more. And also, because of the time restriction, the videos will probably be shorter than they have been in the past. But having said that, I have to admit that I am really glad being back in No Man's Sky. I've actually missed playing it. Because it is my go-to game when I'm getting a bit stressed out, which is a bit ironic. The fact that trying to fix the game was getting me stressed out, so I couldn't play it to chill out. Instead, I actually ended up playing a lot of Bannerlord, but that's beside the point. So that is the current situation, and at the moment I think that will be the situation going on for some time, until such time as I can fix my primary machine. Now, if any of you have come to this video thinking that I'm going to be starting over again in Permadeath, apologies for the misrepresentation. Now, the reason I'm calling this video a fresh start is because I've been playing so many bits and pieces of the game. I've been warping, and I've been in the process of testing the game, seeing if it's going to work. I've virtually completely forgotten what I was actually doing in this series beyond trying to find a base location. That's why we're actually down on this planet here, because this is quite a nice looking planet. So I thought if I could come down here and do a bit of exploring, I might be able to find a good quality hotspot and see if we can find a base location. I mean the storms are not that bad. Right, so apologies for this. I've got to come into here, general options. Just need to drop the sound effects a little bit, because that's the only other problem I've got, is the fact that I'm having to get used to using a totally different keyboard, so apologies if I'm a bit clunky with the controls. My wife actually uses a very sensitive mouse, so all you've got to do is literally breathe on it and it moves quite dramatically, so I'm trying to get used to the mouse as well. And of course the other thing also is I'm having to use a headset, something I haven't used for a couple of years now for recording. So apologies if there's any bangs on the mic or anything like that, because I've got no idea what the quality of this is going to be like. But that's all partly the reason why I'm actually making this video. I think what we'll do is we just push down this way and go this way and see if we can land on an area here and see if we can find a hot spot, because I am liking this planet. Although I think, if I remember correctly, I was considering setting a base up on a blue planet to make a lot of cash with indium. I think I've actually scanned those. Oh no, let's see if we can get the birds as well. So let's just see what we got hotspot wise. No nearby hotspots. Well, we've got an A class mineral deposit that way. I think we'll go check out the mineral deposit, because if we walk that way, it's a fair distance off. We may actually wander into a zone where there might be a power supply. Plus I'm just curious to see what type of mineral we're going to have on this planet. Anyway, it's something I have noticed. I'm getting some kind of odd effects playing No Man's Sky, even when it's working properly. I've got a feeling that crossplay has made some changes. I mean, if any of you guys have experienced any problems, I mean, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Because well, it does have a slightly different feel to the game, and again, I can't really say because I am on a different machine, but I have noticed the graphics look slightly different as well. So, I mean, there seems to be a bit of a closer definition, so it makes me wonder that the Hello Games have made some changes to the graphics and the biomes as part of the crossplay update. I must admit, I haven't really looked at what is in the update, so apologies that... Oh, go away. Where are you? Yeah, so... Oh, we're going to have to scan you. I think I've actually walked past the hotspot location as well. Oh, come on, you can't tell me that... Right, there's a gas location here. See, I'm still getting this strange effect. Actually, hey, cut it out. I mean, it's pulsing very quickly, which should indicate that it's yeah. So we've got on the hotspot here. Paraffinium, not exactly. Okay, this is a C location. Yeah, maybe it's not particularly that good, to be honest. See, there's no power hotspots here. Anyway, let's just keep walking across the planet. And say this is very much a familiarization video. I'm not going to do anything specific. My inventory is a little bit of a mess as well, because I've been doing various bits and pieces. I think that dihydrogen, send that to the freighter. What we got there? Got a couple of little boxes here. Some sodium, and we got some projectile ammunition. Again, I'm not sure if it's just my the graphic settings on this machine, but the colours seem a lot more vibrant than they were on the other machine, which is good. Go over there. Got a natural burial site over there. So tag that natural burial site and go and check that out. Just getting some. I've got all sorts of missions to do as well. Oh, yep. So we just completed a mission. Scan. I think that was scan 5 plants. And even the water seems a bit bluer. I don't think I've ever seen a sinkhole like that before. Grab some sodium, just get back into the feel of playing No Man's Sky. Let's see. Wow, okay, we just found an S-Class. Oops. Okay, this is 400 meters that way. Or units, sorry, not meters. I might be building a base on this planet. We're certainly going to scan the creatures. I think we'll do the natural burial site before we do anything else. And then we'll go check out where that power source is. And, found some ancient bones. Okay, finally preserved skeleton. Quite often when you've got one, there's another one, but I can't see it. Okay. Right, let's just get into hotspot mode. So we've got the S-Class power sources over here. So we'll just go looking for that. A little bit of fringing with the grass. Oops. Mining beam. Just want to pick up a little bit of ferrite. There. Right, let's so it's 160 units that way. Looks like it might be on the top of this hill here. Yep. Right, so it's in this direction here. Another knowledge stone over there. We might as well grab him. It's in the general direction that we need to go. It looks like I've walked past it, so get back this way. Oh. Yeah, just keep walking. There we are, we've found the hot spot. Yeah. Local field strength 97%, 98, so because the local field strength is the distance where you are from the centre. I mean, so you can literally put a whole series of generators here. You can probably say that we're going to put down here. Okay, let's just put a beacon out. Okay, we're going to have to make a couple of metal plates. So we're just going to drop that there. That marks this location for the power supply. And we can go quite a long distance away. I mean, we've got a bit of a flat area here. Let's just have a quick look. We've got some water over there, like a little lake. Yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say it's brilliant, but it's got a lot of potential. I think I might get to like this. I'm gonna feel the need to explore a little bit more. Wow, okay, there's a little bit of a graphics glitch there. That's there. Anything else around here that's... Okay, we've got a deep level mineral element that way. But we got no... Okay. Let's see what the mineral element is in that direction. Big patch of oxygen there could be useful. Well, not I need it because I've got a base back in the Euclid galaxy that generates oxygen and copper. Anyway, let's go and see what the mineral is. Well, it's a B class, but to be honest, when it comes to mining minerals, I mean, I'm not expecting to make vast amounts of money from this. This is going to be more of a kind of operational base. Okay, buried technology. We might as well pick up the buried technology while we're looking through. Right, so it's proximity that way. Let's just get rid of him. Not that he's any real threat. But I've got a feeling Hello Games may introduce some stronger hostiles in the future. So I don't want to get into the point of being a little bit complacent. Probably just on the top of the ridge of this hill. Nope. Just down here. Oops. What this is. Copper. Well, to be honest, I don't really need copper because, as I say, I've got a base in the Euclid galaxy that can supply copper. But let's just have a little bit of a walk around, see if we can. Yeah. So if I decide to build here, this will just be a farming base rather than a money-making base. stages. It's a bit of a difficult call, to be honest. Scan a rock. Keep away from these. I like the S power supply, but at the same time, is it going to be worth building a base here in order to take power if I don't really actually need all the power? That's going to be the problem. Let's just get into here. I think I need to think about it, to be honest. Let's see if I get down. I mean, if I could bring the power down so it's actually on the edge of this water here. Far away is. It's hard. It's going to be a hard decision. I don't think I need to make a decision just yet. I'm open to opinions. If you've got an opinion of whether I should build a base here or not, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Or maybe I should go looking for a blue planet and see if I can set up a money-making situation. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure of money. I've got 318 million now. The reason for that is that I've been, as I say, because I've been playing a little bit off camera. I've been doing a few missions, and I've been working hard with the frigate missions. Just mainly just to see if I could get some more frigate modules. I'll just grab that. And I think we'll just work our way back towards the ship now. We might have already done this knowledge stone here, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, we haven't done this one. This kind of dome stuck out the centre here as well. This looks pretty cool. Got Corvac's word for sends. It sends things everywhere. 579. Maybe I should just summon the ship in and do something. So just do a bit of a ship summons. Oops, gone too far. Just bring the ship in. And just gonna jump in the laughing gnome. And let's just get up into space and see what other planets we've got in this system. I can't even remember how many planets are actually in this system. We got here 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here we're 577,000 light years from the centre of the galaxy. That looks very much like a nice planet. No, that's actually that's frost crystals. So yeah, that's a Hyperborean planet that's got salvageable scrap on it. What we got over here? I mean, this could be a useful system actually. Oh, I've just had a little bit of audio stutter. So it looks like the problem may radioactive planet. So we've got hostiles coming in. Oh, thank you, game. Well, I suppose the only way I'm going to get used to using the mouse here is to indulge in some combat. So they're after my finely preserved skeleton. Where are you? Now this could be an issue. Because this is going to be the test of my mouse control. Oh, it feels really strange. This does. I'm overcompensating here. I think what I'm going to have to do is probably play the game a little bit off camera just to get used to this mouse. Let's see if I can get him here. Looks like there's 3 of them. Come on. Getcha, 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 getcha. You're dead. Ooh, come on. Get in the gun. Stop floating. But can't hit anything at the moment. Oops. Can't get the deflection. Got him. What the? What the? I thought I saw something flying. Or was that the ship exploding right in front of me? I have to check that when I do the editing. There's almost like something flashed right across in front of me, and I was going to crash into a ship or something. Anyway, I think I don't want this video to be too long. As I said, I am now recording against a time limit. So what we're going to do is just going to dive into the space station and see if I think I've only got the one mission to catch up. But to be honest, I can't even remember whether I've actually checked the missions in this game, in this station. And to be honest, I can't even remember whether I've actually visited this station already. So I've been shooting between a number of systems. Let's just go up and take a quick look at the tech situation. What was it? Take the encrypted navigation data. It's the exocraft I want to look at. So I'm still looking for upgrades for the Minotaur. Minotaur laser module. I'm pretty sure I've got all the upgrades for the laser for the Minotaur. As I say, I can't really remember, so what I have to do is take a look off camera just to see how things are going. Right, so let's get over here and see, check the mission situation. We'll say hello to you, and we'll do a little bit of language. Request dialect help. Travel symbol. So we'll just get here. Mission agent. Handed mission. Oh, we got 3 missions. All nanites. Oh, that's good. Okay, traveler, something, browse missions. Okay, hunt dangerous plant. Take a photograph of a monolith. We'll take that. Raid a planet. Defend a freighter. Locate a missing person. Unearth an ancient artifact. That could be doing hunt dangerous pirates. Yep. Do we have anything to sell? We've got a little bit to sell. But got the preserved skeleton. Okay, let's just come in here. Sell off that finely preserved skeleton. Nanites or salvage. Nanites or units. I think for the moment I'll just sell those as well. We'll just flip to here. Sell that off as well. Some pugnium on here. I'm not sure where that pugnium came from. Right, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I must admit, it's really good to be back playing and recording No Man's Sky in this series. If you've got any comments on the quality of the audio or the graphics, feel free to make them. I will try and fix any problems in post-production, but there are limits to what you can do. And all I can say is, until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.